Hi folks, Doug here. Ellis Car Customs where we do it because it's got to be done. Welcome back to my long haulers and Nomad warriors all across the fruited plain. Welcome aboard if you're a drive-by clicker and you're thinking, how did I get here? Hopefully you'll join the community. We're all one big happy community. It's a friendly place to hang out and not be bothered by the troubles in the outside world. Everyone is welcome in my shop. So this is the final installment, by hook or by crook, of the Garnish Molding adventure. I lost a few of you on the way. You're probably checking back going, ah, crap, he's still doing it. But this is it. This, however long it takes to get these final pieces into primer, they'll be into primer and they'll be ready for paint. And then I haven't decided what my next move is, but whatever it is, I'll try to bring you along with me. I ordered up a piece of this car that I desperately needed and desperately had to pay up for it. It's supposed to be here tomorrow, so in the next video I'll show you what I got. Is kind of one of them bite the bullet moments where you can't sit on it because it may disappear. So yeah, but we'll get these things straightened out into primer and call that another job done and move on to something else. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you stick around.
I held your hand, I was your man, though I was a child. So many plans, now here we stand. It's been a while. Where will we go? When will we know where we are? The road was long, but we stood strong. We've come so far. Let's make a wish, take another trip around the star. Let's make a wish, take another trip around the star. Time marches on, those days are gone, never to return. Shadows grow long, memories strong, till your heart they burn. When we were young, we saw the sun, it seemed so far. From way back when, where we've been, where we are. Let's make a wish, take another trip around the star. Come with me, girl, across the sky. Dreams that we shall never die. Hard to believe, but here we are. On another trip around the star. Let's make a wish, take another trip around the star. Let's make a wish, take another trip around the sky. Let's make a wish, take another trip around the sky. Let's make a wish, take another trip around the sky.
We got the last of our welding done, and now we're just roughing in our filler. Just using 40 grit paper to shave it. Same on this one here. So no more welding. We're just smoothing it out now. But yeah, I use like a 40 grit. Let the filler just tack up just enough where it doesn't gum up the paper, but it shaves real easy. If you wait till it gets super hard, then it is a lot harder to work with. It's alright like with the final coat when you know you're not going to be shaping or anything else, to let it set longer, because then you know you're going to sand it with your finer paper and you don't want it to gum up the finer paper. But we'll finish smoothing these out and see how they look. So one job I've got to do is to cut and fit my wooden floor that goes in here. Believe it or not, these get wood on the floor, so we can do carpet. So I'll probably sand this up and give it a coat of paint before I do that, and then cut and fit a slab of wood to go in there, because we'll probably be ordering carpet soon. So I've got that to do. I've got to get those seat anchors that I've got here. Right, well, where are they? Over there. But they've got to go in there. But I've got to finalize where the seat goes, because they hinge on them. So we've got that to do. Of course, we've got those rear axles have to come out so that I can change the backing plates with the new brakes. I've got to swap the yoke on this drive shaft so that I can do that, but I got to do the rear first because of the fact that it's like a front loader and you got to pull the front off to pull the axles out, so we can't hook the drive shaft up yet. Exhaust pipe. I'm toying with the idea, I want to do dual exhaust, and I'm toying with the idea of having the exhaust come out just ahead of the front tires with some chrome tips rather than going all the way out the back. It's kind of a neat look. It's sort of, it's not quite side pipes, but you know, that kind of thing. But you'll have to let me know what you think about that. So they're sprayed down with etching primer inside and out. Are they identical to the other ones I did? Probably not, but both sides of the car are not identical, I don't think, because it's all homemade. But that's our complicated piece. It looks like it'll serve me just fine. And this has the little notch to get around stuff, and so yeah, I think they're sanded down to 180, and then you know, if I have to fill in any little dimples or anything like that, I can do that before I paint it. And we'll call the Garnish Moldings done. Well, so ends our dusty adventures into Garnish Molding fabrication. Hopefully those of you who stuck around and saw it through enjoyed it. Maybe, I won't say learned something, because there's probably much better ways to do this than I did. But, you know, if you have like shrinker stretchers and all that kind of stuff, you won't have to, you know, do so much cutting and welding. So in the end, instead of spending $1,000 or close to it on real Nomad Garnish molding, which is hard to find, probably all in all $100 between the steel and the welding gas and the body filler and sandpaper and primer, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, maybe $100. So we'll take that $900 and roll it in somewhere else. I already know carpets are pushing $400 for carpets, and we have so many other little things we have to get, and every little thing adds up. But anyway, I'll try to think up something, you know, dream up a new dream, you know, think up something that will capture your interest and make you want to stick around and hang out with me, and we'll surf the wave together. Thanks for stopping by. Take care. We have a new visitor on our porch. That's Groucho. Say hi, Groucho. That brings the total mouths to feed up to 10. I don't know where he came from, but he seems to blend in with all the other black cats, except for that big old mustache. Hey, show us your face, Groucho. Groucho. He's camera shy.